Juliet Chinelo, you're out and about lady here in New Zealand, anytime, any day. You are welcome back to my YouTube space. So, for the next couple of days, I am going to be releasing overwhelming information about healthcare assistant jobs and support work jobs here in New Zealand. And I am going to be doing it in a 5 series video on the 5 topics. I would be listing the 5 topics. I have captioned those videos and we would treat the first one today. So the very first one I would talk about is health care assistant jobs, support work jobs here in New Zealand, where and how you can get them, qualification and skills required. And in the second video, we would be talking about different levels, that is level 1, 2, 3, 4, and how these levels are classified. And in the third video, I would be looking at a typical NZCV for healthcare assistant jobs and support work jobs. And in the fourth video, I would be treating different between support work job and healthcare assistant job. And in the final one, we would be talking about healthcare assistant job, support work job. Is it actually for everyone? What is the qualities that is required of a good support worker or a good healthcare assistant? So if these are 5 topics that are listed sounds like what you are keen, what you would like to know, stay glued onto this channel. And if you have not subscribed, this is the right time to do so, because this information will be released to you within the next couple of weeks. I'm just going to do blog till I get them all out. Okay, let's get started into the one I would be treating today. Healthcare assistant and support work jobs here in New Zealand, where, how you can get it, the qualifications and the skill needed to secure a position in any of this role. So if you have been following the trend in New Zealand recently, you would notice that there is an ample of opportunities in various sectors, and healthcare sector is not left out. So a lot of you have been asking, Juliet, how do we navigate around, get to where those jobs are advertised, have the right CV to apply and secure an interview? So I would be answering that question in a minute. So if you've been following me also, you will know that I have done a video about 5 or 4 top New Zealand job hunting websites. I would as well leave a link on the comment section to so that you can get to that video. A lot of all those jobs, the one in healthcare sector or any other sector, they are usually advertised on those top 5 New Zealand job hunting websites. So you would get on there, and if the position you're looking for is healthcare assistance or support work, you try and search and filter it out by typing that you want the one with sponsorship, or you want the one advertised by an accredited employer, and jobs with such description, healthcare assistant and support work jobs with such description will pop up, and you would look at the description of the role, the hours, and all those other details that you require to get on. So that is how you can find this job if you do not want to go on NZ immigration website and start searching for accredited employers. This is how you can get onto them, Seek, Indeed, and all of that. And also qualifications needed. To be a support worker and to be a healthcare assistant here in New Zealand generally do not require you to be a graduate. But knowing how to read and write is paramount, because a lot of writing, you need to make notes, handover notes, you need to make reports on the people you look after, and you should be able to write incident reports in case if any incident happened. And you should generally you should be able to communicate at any level, talking to your manager, your co-worker, or other allied healthcare professional, relating to them on what is happening in the life of the person you are looking after. So you don't need to be a graduate. You do not require any qualification as per, but you should be able to read and write. And there are other personalized skills that is required of this role, that is mostly what the interviewer or the employer look out in you if they want to engage you in this role. This other skills are like your personality. You should have a good sense of humor, with I would say like kindness should be in your DNA, and further encoded tolerance should also be encoded into your gene, yeah, for you to be a perfect support worker or healthcare assistant. And you should be generally be reliable. You should always be available to come to work, and you know the kind of the people you will be looking after. They want somebody that is a kind of reliable, consistent, that whenever you are rostered or you should be at work, you should turn up, because you not turning up to work can further make them elevated or unsettle them, if you get what I mean. So these are the skills and the qualities that are required of you. And I have said something about communication. You should be able to communicate at all level, and you should be open-minded, not very rigid with your reasoning. You should be a multicultural person that is able to blend with other people's opinion, other people's culture. You should find a way of accepting and incorporating them. Yeah, that is what would make you a good support worker. And if you would agree with me, this has got to do with being tolerant as well, is a bit interwoven into it. And of course you should have empathy too, dedication, passion. There should be something in you that is driving you to say, yes, I want to grow a career in this sector, being a support worker or a health care assistant. And also being able to drive a van. Here I think it's more of a manual van and sometimes automatic, is essential for some employers. And having training like first aid training, although if you did an overseas one, if you come here, your employer will still support you or pay for you to get New Zealand first aid training. And there are other heaps of training that is required of you, such as CPR, MAPA. All this training, your employer will provide them to you depending on your working environment and what is needed. Sometimes you will be trained on manual handling, how to use hoist, and all of that. But all this depends on your working environment and